Hanguk Joanen na Indasaram. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe, and if you're already here, then welcome. Let's start off with our second lesson, and that is the tips and tricks to learn Korean. Actually, they are not tips and tricks, but these are the rules. I think so that if you follow that, you'll be able to learn Korean really well and you'll be clear with your basics. Any language that you learn at any age, you have to just do it like how you learned your native language, and that is by doing it right from where you began, like a baby. So just treat yourself like a baby, even if you are like 50. So just consider yourself as a blank canvas that knows nothing, even if you do, and just start. Korean is a really interesting language, and it might seem really tempting to you to just speak the words or speak it fluently as you see in K-dramas or K-pop songs, but just learning the language without knowing the basics is never right for any language. Since Korean is a language which has a different script, that means you cannot write it in English, so you need to learn the script first. Just like how we learned ABCD. Just as a baby tries to speak words, but we teach him right from the beginning, like from the A, B to the C, even though he knows what is an apple and what is a ball. Same way, even if you know what is saranghae or what is annyeonghaseyo, it is better to know the letters by which these words are made. So starting off, if you really want to learn Korean, start off by learning the Hangul characters. Even if it's hard, go slow and start learning one by one. Learn some characters a day and understand that what is m, what gives it the m sound to a word. Along with the Hangul characters, you need to also learn what are the vowels that make the word, like sa, rang, he. The sa, the sa and the a forms the sa. So you need to learn the vowels as well. Make sure to also have a writing practice of the Hangul characters or words, not just seeing them and understanding, because writing will make sure that you are able to remember it more thoroughly, even if you're doing it for fun. You need to have the authentic, scripture or authentic way of saying those words, and that is only possible if you do it in Hangul. So do make sure that you learn Hangul first. When beginning to learning words, I think so you should go along with how we go in learning English at school or something. You go from the smaller words to the bigger words. So while doing that in Korean, you can start with one syllable words and then move on to 2 or 3 and then 4. When you're learning a new word, try to stick to it for a longer time instead of learning another word just due to anticipation. Like if you're learning saranghae, then stick to saranghae and know the different forms of it, because you can't use saranghae in every kind of sentence. So you can use its different forms like saranghae, sarangheo, saranghamnida, saranghanen. That way you'll be able to know where to use a word in what form. And instead of just collecting words and then forgetting them easily, if you emphasis on one word, you'll be able to remember it for a longer period of time. Try to mind translate the words that you learn in a day. It is better to just translate yourself in your mind. That is, like if you learn the words like chek, sarang and sagwa for the day, what you can do is the moment you see an apple, you can just translate in your mind, oh, this is sagwa. Or you can do is, if you see a book, you know that it is chek. So in the mind, you should be able to translate those words quickly. In that way, you'll be able to remember what is what very easily. Along with mind translation, you can also speak those words with your native language or in English. That is, just replace the word in Korean. Like if I have to say that, oh, I just ate an apple, so you can say I just ate a sagwa. That's how you can just do it. Try to listen to the words as much as possible. There are a lot of apps that provide you with such kind of content. So hear the words, hear how it is actually pronounced, because it might sometimes seem that a word looks with those characters, but it is not pronounced that way. So pronunciation is very important, and as like a child, you can learn it by hearing, listening to stuff, and that's how you'll be able to be clear with your pronunciation. Now this is one of the most important rules, and that is, do not depend on romanization of a language. It will be hard for you at first to be able to make out those words if you are not starting from the beginning, or even if you are, it might seem a little bit tempting to be able to read quickly or to be able to say a word quickly and just show off to your friends. I've seen some people just learn Korean through K-pop songs by just translating the words and learning those words. That can be a really dangerous one, because when you sing a song, the grammatical order of it is not always right of how it should be, nor the words are accurately pronounced. K-pop and K-dramas can be a source of learning, but not all the time, or not for a beginner, since K-pop and K-dramas have pronunciations or dialects that do not actually sound proper, or that may be difficult for you as a beginner. So you need to learn the word as it is in a proper context before you are able to pronounce it in different ways or with a different dialect. And don't make K-pop or K-dramas as a source of proper learning. Make sure that there is a source, and this can be added as an extra. If you cannot attend a Korean academy or Korean class at your place, and if you just want to learn it through self-study, I would advise you that you just go through Google Play and find out a lot of apps that are free that provide a good start to start up with the Korean language. And there are a lot of Instagram pages as well that teach Korean, and you get to learn a lot. But for the beginning, I would say that you stick to learning the basics, and once you're done with the basics, then you can move on, because sometimes these apps or pages can be a little haphazard, like they are not in a proper sequence. So make sure the sequence should always be that you are doing it like a baby. Do not rush things when learning a foreign language, be it whatever your purpose be for learning the language, be it actually for studying or just for K-pop or fun. Even I was tempted during my early days to be able to speak it faster and just like how we hear the Korean people speak, but I realized after a lot of time and study that if you just learn it from the basics, like you learn the Hangul characters, you learn the words, you learn the grammar of it, you'll be easily able to speak it naturally, because you know how the sentences are made, how the things go, what words is used for what, and you'll be a natural speaker. You don't have to worry about being fluent, or with time it comes. So let's keep learning Korean together, and I hope that you liked today's video. If you did, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be seeing you next time with more such fun videos. If you're interested in other videos of me in anything related to Korea, there's a lot of content on my channel. So bye for now.